Maybe. We're connecting. Oh, we're connecting. Alright. Seeing it? Oh, there it is. Alright, there it is. Okay, I need to socialize. Pop. Okay, and then over here. Let's see. I'm going to click. There we go. Okay. Looks like we're good. That's all good. Wow, we gotta like, thank you. Okay, thank you guys. Welcome, welcome. It should be fun. Hopefully now that we kind of, yeah, once we get into it, I'll explain it. So let's see. I think we're good. Just making sure everything technical works. I did play with the microphone last night, so might be slightly different parameters that I don't remember what they were. They were like some special numbers. It's like, oh, let me just turn on the, yeah, some noise gate and trying to test to see if that works. And it's like, it doesn't. Let me try noise suppression, and I forgot what my defaults were. So, yeah, I don't remember. So if I start clipping or something, I'd be nice for you guys to tell me about that as soon as possible. Anyway, welcome. Hello, guys. Hi. Hi, Vermilion. Hi, Cookie. Sasha? Let's see. Cosman and Simba. Hi. How you guys doing? If you're in chat and didn't comment, I probably won't notice you as thoroughly. How you guys doing? It should be fun. We'll have fun here. I say it every time, and it's like, last time was a little rough, so we'll see how it goes today. Alrighty. Hard cartoons and hi Binson. Alrighty, welcome guys. Yeah. So for this time, we're gonna go on to working what we did last time, where we kind of had let's see if I can flip this, but yeah, made this really beautifully rendered horse. So it's kind of, yeah, I drew it really quick. Yeah, and you're right about the thumbnail, Cookie, that the hat is larger. That took me longer to figure out how to draw that than this. So yeah, let's just kind of move on from this. Yep, there you go. There you go. Okay. Let's see, I guess it. Okay. Hi, commenter. Dragon there. Hello. Excellent, thank you. Okay. So last time we drew all of this, or wrote these down with my text tool. Here we go. So for script ideas, prompt, ponylight style, we have Twilight, Rainbow, and Fluttershy, and Derpy. I'll show that later. And we're gonna do some kind of holiday theme, and we chose some different ideas for it. The one that got 2 votes was Derpy wears an oversized stocking, so we'll go with that, and then we'll see where that kind of takes us. So let's see if I can figure out how to select it here. So next step after getting this like basic prompt, usually when I make cartoons I literally do just have like the basics of prompts. Even if it's just like, I keep saying like the example, but it's just like a perfect example of it, that it's just like the Yeti one, where it's just like I wanted a cave just because I wanted that to look cool and reflective. Like I have a bunch of mirrors, wanted to do something technical with that, and then it became like make a story around it. So for here we can try and do the oversized stocking and then see where that kind of takes us, you know what I mean. So I'll put this off to the side and then we can decide more what to do. So next step after this would be to develop it a little bit further and to figure out what exactly each of these nouns and verbs, like break it down and then figure out like what will be the visuals that we would need for it. Actually I think I probably need to put a peg on this instead, so hang on, I need to undo this, add a peg, and then add a peg onto that. Because I have a thing where I just don't like to move the actual drawing, because I think it messes things up, so it's just easier. And that's what pegs are for, to do that. So, let's see. Probably also be easier if it was the last one. Or just move the rest of them. and then just kind of put it down. Paste. Okay. I'll just get rid of these bips, so it'll just be the bottom one. Okay. Oops, that's the YouTube link. Okay. Well, now I have to undo all that again. Sorry. Weird technicalities are going on. I can't go back. Remember what it said? I can't go backwards more. Let's do it this way. That works. Hey, okay. For some reason I didn't. Must have cut it. Let's copy it. Just paste it. There you go. Okay. Oof. Okay. Why is this the hard part? I don't know. Okay, we got it. Maybe? I'm gonna select it in here, and then shimmy these down. There you go. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in here and delete these. And then... Okay. Want to make it look as pretty as possible. Okay. And then I'm gonna delete this. I see why Minty Root and others like get you more like used to like, yeah, I'm just gonna do all these not, you know, actual animation in Flash instead. The Minty Root still like makes animatics and what else? What am I saying? Minty Root makes animatics and credits in Flash, but like animates into Moon. Just cause like this doesn't quite work as expected. So there we go. Okay, how you guys doing? That's what we just did so far, was move this up. So hello. Okay. Let's do it in. Well, let's go. Ah, sorry, Cosmin. See ya. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's very complicated to even just do that. So all right. So that's good water. Okay. Let's see. So we got that as our script idea. I'm gonna delete this and then just delete it. Don't need it for now. I can make a new composite actually. Shift A, composite, make a composite. Gonna feed these into here. And then there you go. Okay. And then once we get more webbing and stuff, it'll be easier to understand why I did that. Because this will be storyboard comp. Okay. And then this is our text, which is pretty much our script. Or just a prompt, really. Prompts. Let's see. Prompts P. Okay. And this would be like our warm-up drawing, so warm up. Warm up. That's how you spell it. And these are just weird semantics just so I can get these labeled and I know exactly what I'm doing by all of this. So now I can add a new Control R, new drawing, storyboard, something. I'll figure out which part that is or what layer that'll be in a bit. Okay, so these can probably just be in between. Okay, add a thingy there. Okay, there we go. I hate that I was clicking on that side. Okay, cool. There we go. Now I have all the elements now I can figure this out. So, okay. So from you guys, we can figure this out of what it exactly means to have this be the idea. Let's see. So, what does that mean? Like, we need to figure out the who, what, where, what, how of this sentence. So, we have the who of Derpy, and then we have the what, where's, and then another what, and stocking. So, we need to figure out how, and then maybe a where, and then maybe a whose stocking would be good. Okay. So if we figured that out, then it'd be a little bit easier to make this. Let's see. Yeah, so if you can have any ideas, that'd be a good time to comment. Of those kind of stuff, those kind of questions that I asked, that'd be good. Let's see, Kiki's got one. Extra streaming rating video. You got it. Cozy living room with a fireplace. Okay. In her living room, trying to put toys into ditsies. Ditsy-doos? Dinky. Okay. Dinky stocking. Okay. So we got a room. Okay, so we're gonna figure out that we need an interior kind of a thing. Okay. That's good. So we got living room with fireplace or a living room putting toys in this. Okay, so she'll be, in that case, that might change it that then. Okay. Because I had the idea, but I guess this is gonna be your collaboration, so we'll figure it out. Let's see. So there's a lot of things to unpack with that. So, eventually needs to wear it. So either we just make it super simple, where it is just literally as an idea. This won't be the final of it, where she'll be. I had the idea that she'll be like on a fireplace, and then here's the fire. Not final art, but she'll be like sitting up here, and then there be a. How does she sit? Like that. And then there'd be a stocking like that, but horses don't really have, you know, the foot part of it, like the toe part of it, so it's just gonna be weird like that. And then she would like grab it and then put it over her head. Let's duplicate that layer. We get this, and then basically just get rid of this, and then all of that actually, and then she'll be like inside of it, and then she'll be like, oh no, and then that was it. So further ideas to get this going, because that was going to be it, and then maybe she would fall off. So she'll be like, whoa. And she would fall off the screen. Like this. And then a beat. And then someone off screen can like be a shadow or something that we don't really know who this one is. And then they grab it and then put the stocking back up to where it was, and then put Derpy back. So she'll be woo, happy, and then that'll be the end of it, and then it can go back to the beginning. Made her a little smaller, but that's my general of it. So how's this sound for you guys? That she would like grab it, so maybe it should be another keyframe to explain that. But then she would like grab it and then put it over her head, and then she would fall off, and then someone would pick it back up, and then it'd be a loop. That's my idea. So let's see though. Okay. Okay. Hello. Maybe she mistakes the stocking itself as the present and tips all the toys in order to wear it. Excellent. Looking inside for toys falls into stocking. Oh! Rolling on the floor, trapped in the stocking. Okay. So instead of... So we get from here, and then instead of this one, she'll be closer to... where she's now being inside of it. So like X-ray would be here, like her in here freaking out maybe. And then somehow that like knocks it off, then she can fall. And then, do we need another, like we need another shot, you're saying, of like her on the floor? So somehow be like a two-shot. I mean, two shots wouldn't be too tricky. Would that be interesting? Alrighty. Let's see. I'm going for that she's the elf on the shelf. That was another idea I had. Or like she'd be an elf on the shelf. Idea for that. So something like that. That's why she's tiny. And that makes up for the oversized stocking kind of a thing. So that's what I was going for. Unless that doesn't make sense, we can try to redo that as an idea. Because obviously there's a million ways to go about this one sentence, so that's why I'm trying to figure that out. Between all of these things. So, yeah. Yeah, right, Marcus. It is it. Up, okay. I want to hug you too. Let's see if I can do that. Yay, we're hugging. Alright, thank you. Let's see. She's my little pony. Is she gonna be wearing the elf costume? If so, then yes. If we're going for this particular way, then I was gonna do that. Yeah. Let's see. So that's why she's a little, I don't know. I mean, you also said like that part in one of the episodes where she was inexplicably, for some reason, inside of, she's a shadow mare, inside of a snow globe. So if that's to be true, that she's really small in that shot, then we could do whatever we want. I mean, this just doesn't make any sense either way. So, but I like this. But if we want another shot of her somehow on the floor, we can do that. We need to still show where the fireplace is, relations of that, and then some floorboards, and then her on the ground, and then just kind of like squirming around, I guess. And then maybe after that, like the human in this case would come in and go bop bop, and then pick her up or something, and then we can get back to this one. So, because obviously we need her to make it a loop. That's all I'm trying to think of, is that to make it a loop, she needs to be in the same position at the beginning and at the end. So if that means that we need to do this and then, or this, then we'll have to do that. So that's all I'm thinking with that. Let's get that going. Okay. So you can read it the whole time. Okay. Yeah, she's like Pinky. Keep it? Okay. Because I like it. I mean, I did do like 10 minutes of research into the elf on the shelf, which is actually more basic than I thought it was. I thought there was some complex lore or something. But I guess it hasn't been too long that read like it got popular or got really started in the 70s. So yeah, there's not too much deep lore to it yet. So, people who don't know or out of the country probably don't know what Elf on the Shelf is. It's this little toy that's kind of like a little boy elf or girl, whatever you want it to be, I guess. And then, so the parent secretly, whoa, big thing, will put the elf on the shelf, and then the elf is like a scout, or like is monitoring the kids, so it can like watch the kids during the daytime, and then at night the elf goes back to the North Pole to go back to Santa and then say, hey Santa, this kid did this and this, and if you're good, then you'll be good. But the next day, it's that every day the elf moves to a different place. So that's the thing, is that the toy free off on the shelf does have little bendy arms, and it can pose to different positions. So it could be holding different things or doing different positions and poses. So that's the fun of it, is that each day the elf moves to like a different room or a different position. So that's to like make up for like, ooh, it's going back to normal. I don't know. So my family never did it. They were probably, my parents were probably too, it was about the right time, but I don't think they knew about it, or definitely didn't become popular enough. So it's like this niche thing, but I guess it's popular enough to be in the Macy's Day Parade thing. So yeah, but there you go. Nice little history lesson on that. So that's why I like researching things, because then it's like, oh, now we have more material that now like making our cartoons can be more quote accurate. So yeah, so now we can play with that kind of stuff. The more red you are, the more fun it is to make stuff like this. So read a book. There you go. Okay. Howdy. Let's see. It's been that long. You were scared the elf on show because of their... Yeah, because their thing is that they watch the kids during the day. So, and you put it in a place where it'll be watching you, and then yeah, it's a little weird. Yeah, its face is kind of like... let me get a new frame for you. Where he's got this like human boy face, but then that has a hat kind of a thing. But then its eyes are like this. And then it's got eyelashes like this. And then a little button nose, maybe a little cheek, and going, but then it's got a little so something like that. And then weird thing here, like a little bib kind of thing, and his arms are weird and felty. Like that. There you go. So yeah, he's weird. Get a little pupil or something. But it's the weird thing is that, like, I noticed with, like, some ponies, like Trixie, their eyelashes are on the same side. Normally, especially with my Derpy here, the eyelashes are on the outer edge of the, like, outer, I don't know how to explain it. So, it's like this weird eyelash technique that is closer to, like, how 50s, 60s kind of draw things, but yeah, today it's like looks really weird. Yeah, Animal Crossing is kind of like that. Yeah, with this style. I think it's because it's one line. Oop, I can get rid of a couple of these. Just clean that up. Yeah, Animal Crossing had like the triangle hats and the. Well, they had the one with the horns would be the boy version, and then the girl version would be like the cone hat. Yeah. Reading your stuff. Oh, geez. Okay. Number 15. Okay. I love Animal Crossing. I do too. I think I played all the ones except 3DS. I think I just got too burnt out with the DS version. I wasn't able to play the 3DS version. But yeah. Let's see. So we can try to go for this kind of style where we can try to change Derpy into this. That was just my idea, was to explain why she's small, and then it's that kind of reverse, like trying to make up a story to make everything kind of work. You know, you have like, you start with no puzzle pieces, and then you like pick up one, and it's like, oh, I have a piece, and then you got to make everything else kind of fit around it to actually get the final picture kind of a thing. So, yeah. So we got here, and then we can just have her wear the same like costume, I guess. You know, we'll probably figure that out. Ever being able to figure that out. Yeah. Yeah. Once we get the color in, it'll be easier to understand, because I think this will be like red. Oh, that works. And then white will be everything else, because I think this will be white. So already it's kind of looking pretty good. So yeah, just for the sake of my own thing, get rid of it. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, but the more like dot, you know, you put into it, it makes it seem better. You can like overthink it to its sense that you can make it, you know, if you think of it far enough to make it, what am I trying to say? If you have like more of enough information and stuff like that you can put into it, but then you can simplify it in terms of the story, then that's probably good. If you just do it like at the base level of, you know, we're gonna use elf and then that's it, but we could do other more stuff that I talked about with the whole lore of it, and then try to incorporate stuff like that. We don't have to include the entire story of it, but if we include like one or two reference to some of it, then that'll be good, if that makes sense. Probably didn't. Here we are. So what else do we need? Are we okay with this? So let's figure this out. I'm looking at my notifications. Okay. Pick some sense concerning the words while it appears on the show. Exactly. Yeah. Was there any ideas? I think there was a couple of things that I missed. Let's see. In terms of the story now, obviously this doesn't quite work. We have 2 alterations of that. Okay. So either we need like linear stories will be either. Instead of like, oh, this is story 1. So either she grabs it and then, or either she just like looks into it to see if there's any like toys in it, maybe. Like, whoops. Like maybe there's a toy in here, and then she's like, I wonder what's in there. And then it's like, looks into it and goes happy and go, yeah. And then she kind of like keeps like leaning forward into it, and then she like loses balance in a sense and then falls into it. And then she can fall down onto here. I don't know if this shot is exactly necessary, but it could be cute to have her kind of move. I don't know. And then she can like, this mysterious one can be, this could be Dinky. There we go. And then she can like place her in a different position or something. Maybe like a different pose. What else do I got? Sorry, I keep zooming in. That's the only one I have of this. Yes. So for here, she'll be here, but then maybe slightly in a different position. So we could have like 2 loops if we want. That'd be fun. I don't think I've done that before, where she can be like this and go, you know, some kind of different like pose, and then we could have her animate again, where then she like looks into this sack and then she falls, recreating it for the double time, and then she puts her back, the mysterious one puts it back in the first position. Unless, yeah, this is where it gets complicated, whether or not I want to do that, though. Just for the fun of that she's in a different position, which is still slightly esoteric in a sense, but yeah. But you can see like how I can use those fun facts to references to make it into a story, but whether or not that's actually good or technically possible is another thing. So, let's see. You followed me on Twitter the other day? Thank you, Deadpool. Your response sounds awesome. Thanks, Louis. Louis? I never know how to say those. Hey, G. Alrighty. Did I get one? I didn't get Sear. Alrighty. And welcome to everyone else who I didn't say, so sorry. Welcome. But does that sound good? Are we happy with what I came up with, or we kind of came up together. So it'll be, let's see, let's get rid of everything that we got here, and then we can figure it out. So we have this, and then she looks into it, and then she falls into it, and then she's gone, and then next scene, and then next scene, and then here, and then it repeats back to here. So that should be good. If you're following along, because I had to figure out which one of those. I wasn't looking. So that was good. Let's see. Yeah, be a derpy. There you go. Alrighty. Might not need the other shot just to show Dinky putting the stocking back on the fireplace. Okay. So instead of Cookie saying, instead of having this whole extra shot just to have her to pick it up, which I don't think I don't have a drawing of that, but just to put it here instead. So we'll get rid of, so we'll cut from here to here. So bop, 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 bop. So all one shot, and then she puts her up on the shelf again, and then back to normal. Thank you for that. Thank you for saying the stick figures are cute. Can't see which one. Okay, whatever. Figure it out later. How's this going? Anything else that I think I would need? I think we need to figure out who this is, but we'll probably have it in shadow enough. What does Derpy Hooves look like? Because I get the main or whatever. Okay. Hey! There you go. Thank you so much. That's super appreciated. Thank you. Wow. Didn't expect that. Thank you. Okay. So I had to figure this out though. So sorry. Okay. Yeah, so for that $1 tier, you'll be able to get those wallpapers and high quality, and then some previews. And I think most of the other, I don't remember what I put on there actually. So yeah, thank you. If you want to know how I actually did that, was that they went to the description and found the Patreon link, and then signed up, and then became a patron. Thank you. So it will be only you only have to pay at the beginning of each month, or like the first of each month. So if you don't have money right now, but you think you'll have it at the end of the month, which in December might be tricky, but you never know. I'm looking at references. Thank you. Okay. Still need to figure this out. Okay, so instead of this, let's see if I can get rid of. Wait, Flash can't do that. Cool. Okay. So it's got this, roundy, up. It's kind of flat. Up. Kind of go back there. That are whoopy. For some reason these are sharp. I don't know why. Another one of these. Another one of these. Up. Up. Okay. And then we'll just kind of have her go. What kind of expression maybe she should have? Like, maybe just like happy. And then she'd be like, or maybe there's a cute little that. Maybe she could be wearing something. Let's see. Okay, got it. Let's go back to you guys. There we go. Okay. Give it a months. Yeah, it's totally not required of you guys. It's just an extra way of supporting me. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say now, but yeah, to just if you want to support me and get something, you know, Can't quantify it, but something else you could do a commission, and then you'll get exactly what you want, rather than what I'm trying to do here. Let's see. Oh, hi, Star. There's a new Patreon that gave me the verification. Oh, cool. Thank you. Anyone else for Diplo's Twitter? Not exactly. They just said like they followed me recently. Not as much as follow me on, you know, at this at. It was just at. So, surprise. Okay, gotcha. Surprise at first. I was like, wait, what kind of topic are you going on? Surprise at first that the socket fell down, but then happy to see it back up where it belongs. I mean, would she be in the shot, you know, back here though? Because that's the whole thing, is that the children are not supposed to see. The elves only move at night, so when there's no children around. So actually to do all this doesn't quite make sense, but it's the only way to actually get her back up there. So, and to get a dinky cameo. So, there you go. Oh, but I get you. That she'll need to have 2 pictures probably. One here and one here. So this one will be some concern. And go. Where she's has her like inner hoof. And then they should be like happy to go, like, yeah. So let's get all of this, maybe. Oops. And then pop. There you go. Okay. These are just basic storyboards. These aren't gonna be. I'll probably have to do like more detailed storyboards after this, but these are just like the quick sketches, so I'm not gonna worry about that. There you go. Okay. Sort of Loud House? Maybe. I haven't watched Loud House to know. Okay. Whatever do Dr. Hooves in a Derpy video? That'd be interesting. I actually do have several very, very old ones where I had like, not exactly the Dr. Hooves, that's like the 10th Doctor looking one. I have like, I started with a mini series where I tried to tell like all the major stories from like the first Doctor, and then the second Doctor, then I did some third ones, then kind of fell off around the 4th Doctor, but then I got the 4th Doctor to regenerate, and it's like, I'll just kind of have the 5th Doctor just kind of hang around with Derpy for a couple of videos. So I think I've done some other ones, but yeah, nothing like a full Doctor Who's and Derpy, you know, actual series or anything like that. Thank you. Okay, next star. Okay. Even if, okay, yeah, I remember that. Thank you. Deadpool. Okay. Where did he say that? Because we found it. Ah, just found a show last Saturday. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone else is curious, you can read the description to make sure about that. I don't have. Well, I guess the first paragraph is just a rule, so don't worry if it's not in there. But I did actually write up a new paragraph, or to answer a new question. So see if you can find it in there. But I'll let you go after that. So let's see. I think this is looking pretty good. I'll just have to clean these up to be much more clean and in terms of storyboards, and then probably just want to have, or just kind of be kind of like that, and then I can loop. It's probably only be like however long it'll take for her to like rummage through here and then kind of flail around here and then fall. So maybe it'd be kind of like a, yeah, maybe we can have like one more just to have like a screen shake. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And then she can pick her up. Actually, we need like another arm to like hold this, but we'll figure that out. And then put it all together. It's probably like that. Actually, get rid of that. And then pop. There you go. So that's gonna be slightly complex to even like animate how to do this, but yeah. I mean, what I probably would want to do is just like do a, not sure what this is, some kind of cut. You know, like how video games where it's like, especially the newer Pokemon ones, where it's like, and then your trainer picks up a thing and does something complicated, or like just like picking up a thing, and it's like da, 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 and it's like doesn't actually show you, you know, really doing anything, or just like it cuts to black and then little text saying what you're supposed to do, or what you just did. So instead of like animating all these specific things, so you can like not exactly do that, but just like to kind of like cheat it where like she can kind of like go in front of what she's putting down, so instead of like placing it exactly where it should be, because her arms are really short to be able to even do this. So their arms would be about that long, so she would need to be like really close. So yeah. So she would need to be really close to here, and then pop her there. But yeah, I was saying like she could like kind of jump, and then turn away, like the back of her head will be the camera, and then kind of go like whatever, and then she would kind of go back and say like, hey look, everything's on the table now and happy. So instead of having to animate her putting things on and putting it in the right place, because yeah, I don't know, might be tricky. I don't know. Alright, obviously once we get the animation I'll have to figure it out, but for now I think we'll be good. So she probably have to be a little bit closer. The rule of thirds saying she should be further, but whatever. Oh, that was her ear. That was here. So that's this one. Okay, let's see. Just thinking of weird technical things with the animation that might be tricky. Let's see. Alright. How do you have that derby thumbnail thing sync with your mouth? Oh yeah, I didn't quite answer that then. Yeah, the answer to the what's new is that I answered how does the little VTube derpy in the corner move and animate. So I guess I forgot that part. Let's see. Yeah, it's just me talking, but I'm kind of just moving it around. Reading the other stuff. Okay. Yeah, so it's actually listening to my voice and then using voice detection is able to, in real time, get as close as possible. So when I say like, oh, it's not quite perfect. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, so like at one point there was an oh, there you go, a shape to it. So I have different phonemes that sometimes work. It's a close approximation. Yeah. So it's just listening to my microphones that I have. It's actually listening to a microphone that's a headset, and then the voice that you hear on your end is actually a different microphone. So if there's any kind of delay, then that might be introduced. So yeah. Reading stuff. Okay. Use Flash for 20 years. Wow. Cool. In college, make some animations. So I'm really curious how Toon Boom's capabilities. Toon Boom is, I mean, I just use Toon Boom. I use Flash too for 5 years. And it's good. I mean, it started with fairly complex puppets. So with Double Rainbow's puppets that they shared, and then kind of got pretty used to just how like symbols work, where you know you can put all these into like one symbol and then move that around as one unit, and then you can do all the loops and stuff. So it's much more powerful in that sense. But Toon Boom has the node view, which has all these bips. I mean, it's hard to say, but yeah, it is I started with Toon Boom, not advanced, basic, whatever that was, and I found it really hard to work with, just because I was not used to it. And just using layers is really weird. That you have to like open these up to even get some more detailed nerd stuff, and then you can like make some kind of local or something. You can probably make some Beziers. So I guess way more complicated. I think, oh, you double click on that part and then you get a Bezier in there, which obviously it's not in Flash, but you're able to do much more math. Now you can add keyframes on one part and then go to another layer, another keyframe, and then you can add a different value on the Y, and then you can play with these values here. So yeah, and then you can do that with any kind of element that allows it for this. So just using it in here is a little bit weird, but Toon Boom has much more opportunities to do stuff like that with layer properties, stuff like this. Probably don't want to click perspective because that actually doesn't work, but yeah, a lot more Z depth is much more important with Toon Boom. I would say just straight animating is easier. I mean, I got more used to have a whole character on one timeline where you can see, like, if you put things in symbols, like a head might be a separate symbol from like even the eyes or the rest of the body, or different characters could be on one layer. So you can have like 200 or 3,000 layers just because on a single timeline at the same time. Rather than in Flash where you can like have something like, let's look at the eye layer, and you only see the layers for the eye. It'll be all in one giant low column. So there's that, but you're able to like add different connections with this. So if I want something like that to happen, where I moved the drawing layer because I added a chord to use the prompts. The prompt has transformation where I moved it upward. So I now included the storyboard to include the transformation that was used by the prompt. So it moved up. So you're able to do weird stuff like that. Once I get into like actually animating, be easier to understand those kind of weird things, but it's hard to go back. I mean, I have to pretty much with my Paper Derpy movie stuff. That's pretty much still requires me to use Flash, just because I don't want to like bring everything over into Toon Boom at this point. But yeah, just trying to go back and like trying to animate in Flash is weird. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Tiny arms. Yeah, that guy really short arms. Do you have a Derpy plush? Yes, I think I have a couple. I have one that I see is from Build-A-Bear. They have a really, really cool, high-quality plush. I think we just ordered it online, so I didn't have to go. This was years ago, so not about that. Yeah, I think there was another convention where there was like a really cute chibi one, and I was like, yeah, give me that. So I don't know exactly who made it, but it looked like kind of much more chibi style. I mean, it's as close as I can get this to go. Like the body was more like something like this. No, this doesn't really help, but much more chibi style and much more like small and fat. And this was like a piece of paper or felt. So that doesn't help at all, but it had less realistic proportions to the show. So there you go. Let's remove keyframe. There you go. One other thing too is that if you delete a frame on the timeline, the drawing stays in memory unless you go and like delete it. So if you delete this drawing on the timeline as a whole, it's still actually that deleted it. But if you delete the keyframe if you delete the drawing in this stage, then it's gone forever. But if you go onto here and then remove the keyframe, then it still exists. That's how it works. Okay. There you go. Better the exactly. I have some Midnight Mares figurines that are like kind of like plasticine or some kind of material. So I'm able to use those when I'm animating in Midnight Mares. That's like, oh, I can have a little maquette, little 3D version that I can like look around and say like, oh, I need to, you know, rotate the head. What does it look like from that angle? Yeah. Let's see. Thank you. You got it. No problem. I found that newer software has less intuitive interfaces. Yes. And requires a lot more knowledge of little settings around the menus. Exactly. I mean, if you just look at this, I personalize a lot of these menus, which kind of get covered up by everything. But yeah, I feel like when I'm working or animating, I do feel like I need like 10 monitors to like figure out like what I'm doing. Just because it's like, oh, I need the X sheet, you know, at some points, or it's like I need a function at some point, or I need layer properties, and it's like this is so sophisticated. But like as you start working, it's like, oh, I just need like literally just look at the stage and just kind of keyboard stuff. Don't really need to every second use all of these, so it's helpful to just figure it out, or just kind of figure out like what's the most useful ones, because obviously there's with the premium version there's all these different things that I could be using. But I feel like I never use some of these or put them in a different place to be able to use with all these extra menus. Master controllers is like I only use them at certain times, but when I need it, I need to have it at a close place. Around in skin, like you never use like every tool at the same time. They're all very specific times. So yeah. Alrighty. Okay. See you then. Sure, was a paper derby plush. I did make that papercraft. That'd be the closest to the material that she was made out of. Like I have it on my DeviantArt. I have like that well, that whole time I try to make that paper 3D paper derpy 3D model. That kind of worked. Let's see if I can find it. I keep getting distracted. It's okay because we'll keep working on this. This will be our project for the month, so I'm not too worried about that. Gallery. I'm also posting things onto my DeviantArt because Adobe Flash Player will not be, there you go, will not be accessible after this year. So yeah, this was the papercraft that I made. I think the templates on DeviantArt too, you'll be able to look at that and download I think it's 2 pages, so it's super simple. Yeah, so if you don't want to you know, get a whole plush, this is probably the best and most accurate version of her. So there you go. And I guess you can like recolor the template to be any other character. It should be modular, then you can like get rid of the hat if you need to, and then you'll be able to make any other character out of it. There you go. So that's on my DeviantArt. Alrighty. Back to here. Are we good? We're just about on time of the hour. Anything else that we think we need? We'll probably make more detailed, definitely a different, more detailed background. To figure that out, and then a bit more what to do. Oh, this needs to be in her hand, and then she can just kind of have those little arms. Place them up on there, on the hook, and then Derpy here will be happy, and then it'll repeat. So I think we're pretty much good on this. Anything else? Maybe there could be more things here. We can add like more, yeah, obviously more details to everything. So not worried about stuff like that right now, but I just need like the, obviously the beats and the basics need to be figured out. Is this good for you, Cookie? Because I think this was your original idea for it. So if it works for you, then I'll be happy with that. Because it kind of changed it from oversized stocking to just elf on the shelf, and then she falls into a stocking. So I think this works. Again, like we just kind of start with that one prompt or one sentence, and then we can figure a whole thing out of it. Yeah. It's not what I originally had in mind, but I love what it is turned into. There you go. I mean, that's the, yeah, that's what we want to do. That's what I want to hear. That it's still good. Of course, yeah, we still had that other idea where if we want, or if we want to expand it, we could have the extra shot here where she's like flailing around and then someone picks it up. So there's that. If we want to super expand it with that, but yeah, let's see. I'm currently sketching what I initially imagined, so I'll finish it in time and post it on Discord. Okay, because I think in a couple minutes I'll go to torch time anyway. So thank you for guys for helping with this. This is great. Thank you for all your ideas. If I didn't get it, then hopefully you'll be understandable about that. Not able to do every idea, especially in this kind of time frame that I want to get it done by the end of the month. So the simpler the better. I think this is right about good. It's at a very good place. So I'm gonna change this, do some more semantics of this. So this will be storyboard V1. What do I want to call it? I want to call it like, yeah, V1's pretty good enough. Trying to think of anything else that would sound more descriptive, but that'll do. Because then either next time, or I'll probably do it between, so by next Tuesday I'll have maybe like cook up a whole chicken so then we can eat it while we're here rather than you watch me cooking it, if that makes sense. That I could just make these more keyframed bowls, take these and say like, oh, I need another keyframe between here to here, or explain it a little better, or make a background sort of a thing. How do we feel while we're here? How do we feel about like maybe like a wall here maybe, and then off to this side we can have a window. This will be in pointed lifestyle, so the art style will be a little bit different from the huge. Not sure how to make this. Got a perspective button somewhere. There you go. Okay, and then through this window you'll be able to see some kind of background, and then if we get real fancy again we can add snow, and then this snow can all fall down outside the window like this. That'll just like add more atmosphere and everything. So there you go. And that could work. But how do you feel about that? If I start making a background, if that's pretty good. Actually the background as well will probably need like the chimney to be more accurate and have like be like one more stocking for someone else, I guess. Maybe it's Derpy and Dinky. And then let's see. Thank you, Liz. Productions, numbers. Ready? And then we'll need the chimney box. Sorry, I hit the mic. Got too excited. And then maybe some brick texture or something onto here. There you go. Just to fill this out. That look pretty good. What do we think about that? Will that snow blow be going on out there? Uh-huh. I think I know what you mean. Let's add some parse part 2. Okay. I figured out what parse part 2 means. It's so like the outside of the camera field will be opaque. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, I'll have like animated snow outside. If we decide to do that. Otherwise I could just have another wall or something, or I'll figure out what to do. Obviously this will have to be brick too, and then we'll have to have real fire. We'll have to be also figured that out. Hopefully there's I think there was that fire button. Yeah. So if we really get too lazy, or we just have no time, trying to do everything else I'm being too ambitious with, I can literally just probably drop in one of these thingies here, drag them in, and then it could be like something that we could probably change up. But yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Bop 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 bop. Kind of like South Park, a little bit. But the final product will be the let's see, muffins master. They'll look like how the Pony Life characters look. It's supposed to be what the Derpy puppet that I'll use will look like. I have all these extra frames for her to animate. Some reason you need to like include all these extra drawing frames, even if it's, you know, not going to be used too much, but you just need to have them at least in this template. So I can drag and drop her into the scene, and then I can animate her. So this is what she's going to look like once we get into it. But yeah, for the storyboards, the actors is going to be really simple. However I draw them. Let's see. I got so far. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with this, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll figure out what to do, because we'll have some time. Yeah, so probably for next time, I'll probably have like more detailed storyboards and maybe like a more cleaned up drawing of this background, and then we could probably work on layout with the animation, and then maybe start animating. That'd be nice. And then we'll see from there. So let's see. I guess I can go to toast time at this point. Let's go to toaster time. Alrighty. Thank you so much. This is fun. So I noticed it could be a fun stream. Here we go. Toast time. I need to adjust this a little sneege. Alright. Make sure you can see all the important bits. There you go. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty. How we doing? Let me drink some water. Freshen up here. Alright. How you guys doing? Hello, hello. Hi, Peter. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, too. I got a new mouse pad. I'm using it right now. It's really fun. It's actually got Derpy on it, so that's fun. It came in the mail like this afternoon, so I just got it. Just using it now. It's really comfy. Alrighty. Got it off Etsy. Let's see. It's just really nice to look at. So yeah. Again, in the description I changed or added more information about how to VTube thumbnail little guy girl here. So yeah, she's controlled by my face and then my voice, and then I can do expressions. So don't ask me again about how this this mug works. It's magic, and you should just, you know, go along with it. All right. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's really fun to play with this. Alrighty. What else we got here? You know which mousepad is? Okay. What's on the bottom left? What do you think is? What do you think's there? And then we'll figure that out. This is a stupid game of figuring this out. Okay. But yeah, let's see. So, yeah, let's make more. Remind myself what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. I think we're good. Okay. So I need to, actually for the assets for this is if we definitely go with Dinky, then I'll probably need to make that as an asset and then figure out what angle she'll have to be at. Because obviously if I make like a 3/4 view and then we need a rear 3/4 view, then my 3/4 view will be in vain. That it won't be used. So, yeah. So I'll have to figure that out to get more storyboards before I work on extra assets like the actually wait, Cookie, you're right. Yeah, it's a blueberry muffin, and then on the bottom right is a letter. So it's got some nice squish into that. That makes it feel nice and soft. It's actually more function over form. I actually really like real talk. Actually, my wrist actually used to like dig into the my keyboard pull-out tray thing. So I was like always rubbing my wrist into this wood at this 90-degree angle, and so eventually my sweat and everything just like worded down really far that my skin on my wrist actually would start like reacting. It was really bad. So there's other mouse pads that we have, but like they don't really have any support. So I got that one just because it's like, hey, look, there was actually like another one on Etsy that like labeled it as like yellow dog secretary, and it's like, okay, why did they like, I guess Nintendo or someone would some way say like, hey, don't be selling stuff like that. I don't know. So anyway, I was almost about to buy that yellow dog one, but then and like their I got a business card, so I guess I can support them. The Traveling Pony Museum is there at. There you go. Inky Notebook at Traveling Ponies Menu Museum.com. There you go. Alrighty. So I'm using that mouse pad, and it's used it for the past hour, and it's still alive. It's still good. So yeah. Yeah. I'm very surprised that you got that cookie. Thank you. Oh boy. Exactly. You're right, Joe. Let's see. I could develop carpal tunnel to wrist and tennis elbow for my mouse structure. Exactly. Yeah, so I was not being nice to my wrist. I usually have my mouse. Well, I write with my left hand, so I usually have my right hand be on the keyboard. So I didn't think it'd be super necessary to have like support. But now that I'm getting more into Blender, I usually use my mouse to just work with Blender because there's not much drawing per se in Blender, which is the 3D program. So I'm using my mouse to just move and translate and rotate and skew things. So there's not much like artistic swoops that I need. So I'd rather just use my mouse. So now that I'm getting more into that, I'm noticing more that was hurting. So I gave myself a little special treat and said like, hey, let's get a mouse pad. And then just happened to be one of these 3D support mouse pads that doesn't quite make sense with the pattern, but whatever. It's Derpy, so it's all good. So yeah, it's like a delivery Derpy with like you're holding a muffin and a letter in front of her. Yeah. Obviously not sponsored anything by Etsy or the commissioner, so contact her. What do you want? Artist. So, but yeah, go check them out if you want to. But yeah, there we go. is really, really nice. Let's see. I'm gonna get some more water. Oh boy. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's weird because it's like not really since like Tuesday, but I feel like Tuesday was just trying to get everything back to normal. Then now we're back to normal again, so it feels good. That like we missed last Thursday, so it's like we're back to Thursday, you know, streaming, so it feels good. That's what I meant. Okay. Eastern artists would have severe. Carpets I'm allergic to the medication I'm using during surgery. It's not gonna draw me. Oh man, yeah. I'm very sorry about that. That's really hard to hear. Oh man, yeah. Oh boy. I just can't stop giggling. My giggle is just a defense mechanism, so don't take it the wrong way. Sorry. You can tell by my serious, sad eyebrows. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. That super is. Oh boy. Well, actually, there's a lot of people who like draw with mice. You know, those people who like draw with just MS Paint. And they use, I guess they could get like into like pixel drawing, where you could just like draw with a mouse and just like, you know, point, rather than going, whoa, that requires that kind of swoopy wrist thing, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. If I couldn't, I wouldn't know what I would do. Excuse me. Because a lot of my things I usually, you know, I like doing paper crafts and video games, so it's gonna be tricky. If I didn't have hands. Yeah, I'm trying to think about that. Well, that'd be bad. Ah, jeez. So, I'm gonna use it while I can, and use this while I can do this. And see, like, I got weird proportions, but I can tell what they mean, so there you go. Or you can become, like, ambidextrous and try to draw with an opposite hand until that one breaks, you know? Yeah. Oh boy. I think it's either writing long thing or it's not here. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah. I guess it's like a review for like Toon Boom again. I kind of talked about it, but yeah. With my like 6 months of Toon Boom, I feel like, again, it's a little bit hard to go back. It's not impossible, especially with just like straight animating. My animation is more, you would probably see in a bit, in a couple weeks, of how I animate. That it is really simple in a sense that I'm just translating and moving and rotating the different parts rather than I make the puppets full enough that they have all the pieces that I would need and then animate it. So like every time I need a mouth, I would already have a mouth in a library usually and then just use that. And only on the rare instances where I would need a new mouth, I would draw a new mouth. Or edit it or whatever I need, so I don't feel like I do any like super like, if animation is more just like replacement and puppeted kind of style. So but it's quick and it's gets you pretty detailed results and pretty quickly. You can probably get some pretty fast drafts doing stuff like that where you're just replacing parts that you made and just kind of moving parts around or rotating. So let's see. Oh, it's Miller. Okay. You should hike compensation settings. Okay. Where would I need to draw something specific? Okay. Like if it's like to make like a 3-inch line on screen, you would say you would only need to move your hand like maybe like a few millimeters, like less than an inch maybe, something like that. Or it is, you know, about those tablets where they don't have a screen on them, where they're just like little digital pads, I guess. Where I like to call them like matte tablets, where it's just a matte screen where it just has the technology of like knowing X and Y position of where your pen is, and then you don't have to draw on a Wacom style drawing, kind of a tablet. So I used that as my first tablet, where it is a little bit weird, like the beginning to like, where are you? Because you're not drawing exactly where you see, in a sense. Because like you're usually drawing where you're looking is like at a 90-degree angle difference from what your hand's doing. Like your hand would go away from you, but then the mouse would go vertically up on your screen. So it becomes that slight disconnect of like not knowing exactly where you are. So that's how I got into drawing with digital, just because it's way simpler or inexpensive, I should say. Because I think it was only like 20, 30, usually around that amount. So yeah, exactly, bamboo. That's what I meant. That's in that style. Yes. Okay, cool. I had a small Intuos, which is that same style as the bamboo. I've heard a lot of people use bamboo, but I guess I just got into Intuoses. Intui? Yeah. Use mouse and tape a digital pen to your hand. Okay. You have a welcome back that I use. Perfect, yeah. And for beginners, that's also really good, that I found as a beginner. That around 5 years ago, I would use it. And again, it's probably those ones are not the highest quality that you can probably get. I feel like even just drawing in Flash, using the Intuos, it felt like my lines were really more shaky, or it would add a lot more points, like vector points. It would always feel like every line was like made out of hair. It was really weird. But then as I went to the tablet with the Wacom, what's this? Yeah, just Wacom 22 HD. It made it very light, nice, and crisp. So, if you get into those kind of tablets, then with the bamboo intros, that's the only con I would say to that, is that from my experience, I found like it takes a bit to get used to how that disconnect of hand to screen works, and somehow my lines always ended up not being very clean, that I had to either clean it up or just roll with it. So a lot of my older videos, you can actually see, actually has lower quality lines just because I was drawing with that tablet. Yeah. Yeah, screen tablet went into work for me and gave it away. Inspiring book art. Oh, awesome. That's good. That you're able to give it to someone. That's perfect. Yeah, you're able to give it to someone who's gonna be good. Maybe that'll be, you know, their origin story for being a really good artist. That's awesome. It didn't work. Okay. It didn't work for some reason. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, my older cartoons, like, I think, I don't know what years, but I can distinctly visualize a couple of those where I know which tablet I used. I'm thinking the weird island arc, where Derpy delivers some packages to like this really small island that I made, and then there's like a volcano. So like that, all that background work, a lot of it was freehand drawing with that tablet. But some of the other props were vector or using a line tool instead of like freehand brushing. So that island actually kind of worked to a sense that it already had that weird texture line to it, which I sort of looked at it and said like it's not what I want. But yeah, it'd be way too hard to redraw it. So yeah. Posters I'm gonna have to figure out how to update it because it's not sweet. Okay. Where'd you post it? Is it in Discord? Or what do you mean you have to upload it again? Hi, excessive calendars. Love your name. We're in toaster time right now, so I'm just chatting with you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for all the support in the comments. This is fun. So I usually do this for another about 10 minutes. So yeah, I'll be here for a bit. Let's see. Anything else that comes up? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I want to know about your origin of your name. Like, how many calendars is way too much. You posted in short tit. Thank you. If I open the Discord, Derpy will be covered up. So yeah, I'll have to wait until then. So afterward, I'll check it out. Otherwise, it'll be weird as if I do this and then yeah, this will happen. So yep, there you go. Yeah. Ooh, that's cool. See if I can. This is gonna be weird. There you go. That's really cute. Oh, that's your idea, is that there's large stockings, socks. There you go. Get rid of it. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Cookie, for that fan art. That does help. So I can use that as a design of how the stockings look. That'd be good. It's not exactly fan art, it's actually that story hasn't finished yet. Okay. Can't wait. Thank you, Louis. One of those. Yeah. So I hope to finish it, this whole animation as you see there, by the end of the month. So I think Christmas is on a Friday, so hopefully by the 24th Thursday, we'll hopefully be in a final stretch, if not more than a final stretch, or if not done by then. So yeah. I don't want to know. Good name on YouTube real quick. Okay. I gotta read your stuff because it's not on screen. If I find a time, I want to create some kind of RPG tabletop game called Derpy's Deliveries. Ooh, a game that has Derpy doing deliveries during a pandemic. Okay. Awesome. You do you. Hope that turns out great. RPG tabletop. Ah, interesting. So you need to like make either like a board game style or little minifigures. That sounds fun. Because I like doing paper crafts, but that doesn't really, can't really store them away too easy. And they're usually like pretty big, so you can actually make them. But yeah. I'll be down with it for sure. Thank you. Yeah, I hope so too. Especially just as much. Yeah, it'll just depend on how much I pre-cook things. That again, if I just get the storyboard done and then some kind of draft for the background. If I make a perfect background and then we realize that something's off, then there'd be no point to making a perfect background. So I'd rather just have like some, start with a draft first. But for the storyboards, I'll probably make it it's decent as I can, and then we can work on that for next time to figure out if there's anything else, and then do layout. And layout will be making sure we got the characters. We'll have to make Dinky. So making Dinky will probably have to be a whole stream. So once we get the storyboards ready and then layout of Derpy, then we'll have to make a Dinky puppet, or as much as we need to. That's what I'm trying to figure out as well. So yeah, I've been trying to research Pony Life to like figure out what kind of assets are possible. So yeah, I watched like a couple hours worth of Pony Life today to get into the mood. So yeah, it feels like they're really like 90% of the time either in Sugar Corner or in a forest. So doing another house, I don't think I haven't seen too many references or any stories yet. I'm on like episode like 14, which I guess would be like 28 by some standards. So, yeah, I'm only like halfway through the season. I'm watching it through, so I'll have to keep watching and see if there's any actual times where there's a different another interior shot of something else, of another building, so I can get more references rather than, because either we can make this background be Sugar Corner, but I think the implication now is that it's Stinky's house, which would be Derpy's house. So without another way to know like how another typical house looks, then I won't be able to get accurate colors and what kind of shapes they have, because there's probably very specific shapes that they only would use in Sugar Corner that if I start modeling it off that and try to translate it onto this, then it would seem off in some way. So trying to, yeah. Yeah, my motto is always to measure twice and cut once with a lot of this production, with all the stuff that I do. So that's why I do multiple versions of storyboards and multiple drawings. Even trying to do just drawing for an artwork, I try to do it in separate stages where I can do a sketch and then do a cleaner somewhat work. I guess it would be sort of named as like a line work, and then do a vector line work after that, which will have the clean work and the final product looking. So yeah, so what you see here is like the first like sketch version, so it's not meant to be anything more than just to get the proportions in somewhat accurate composition. So yeah. Oh boy, you'll get a perfect background soon. Oh boy, about on time, so I guess I can kind of close up then. Okay, let me drink some water to get this going. Thumbnailing sounds good. So we go from thumbnailing to lined art and then final art. I don't know. That probably sounds good, actually. I feel like thumbnails are literally just supposed to be like a posted side stamp drawing, and then you figure it out from there. But yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I'm more into animation, so I don't know what all these specific only art terms are. I've heard of the thumbnailing. I'm just not sure about the exact definition of whether what I'm talking about is exactly the same thing. So that's why I'm a little bit hesitant. If whatever you're right or not. Okay, let's see. I'll wrap up. So thank you so much. Oh boy, thumbnailing and animation. I guess I just never think about it. It's either a step that I just do without thinking, or it's a part that yeah, I don't know. I've heard of it, I just don't think of it as a real step. Or I'll probably even like skip it in a sense too. The thumbnailing might be the sense that you might, I'm just thinking that you might use it to figure out like timing in a sense for animation. They could use it for like making timing charts. You've probably seen these where you have like, I need something to like move over like 4 frames or 5 frames or something. So one, you need it to like ease out, and then you need to figure this out. Just be like a timing chart, which is completely different from what you were saying. So, but you can like use it to figure out. The thumbnailing might be just to figure out like getting the keys that you would need. These be the important keys, and then you would draw the extra in betweens. Maybe I'm completely wrong. That's probably not exactly what you're saying. I deleted it. Whoa. There we go. Are we back to normal? I can't. No. Okay. Okay. I'll look into it. Thank you. I know what it is, but I just don't feel like it's enough information for me to figure it out exactly. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I'd do it. Okay. But anyway, thank you. So let's wrap it up. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you a lot of people for coming in. Thank you. It's fun. So again, yeah, hope that you come in on next Tuesday. I guess at this time, if you're able to figure or convert it from one of these. Thank you so much. And then I hope to see you again when we have maybe some more work done, or maybe not. I might forget, so tell me to remember myself. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, I'll have to end it at this point. Yeah, I gotta have dinner, so wish me luck on a good eating of good food. Okay, yeah, I think my brain stopped, so I'm gonna have some food. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Okay, thank you. This one, thank you. Bye bye. I'm gonna go eat. Thank you. Okay, bye bye.